What's up guys, it's me Jeremy, and with the hype of the preseason dying down, I know a lot of my videos haven't really been doing so well lately, and my standard guides aren't as popular for now, as people don't really care as much to improve since it is the preseason after all. Anyways, what I'm going to do is, until Season 4, is focus a lot on requested topics. I'll have some Hearthstone videos coming later for those who want them, and even this video was heavily requested too, but don't worry, my video production is by no means going to slow down. Anyways, this is a video about trinkets, so let's get started. Let's start with the warding totem. This trinket gives you a ward, which will most often be used defensively in order to escape ganks from the enemy jungler. This is a great trinket to start with, as it allows you to start the game with a free ward, which can be essential in preventing early ganks. However, since it only lasts 60 seconds, you want to make sure that you use it at an appropriate time, meaning that you shouldn't use it if you just saw the jungler far away from you on the map. Upgrading this trinket into the stealth ward option is worth it if you intend to use it 7 times, which will take a minimum of 14 minutes into the game, so unless you're trying to just save out on inventory space, it's probably not worth it, since it's really likely going to take you around 20 minutes or so to use it 7 times, meaning that you would have to get it early, which would hurt your build by quite a bit. The pink ward upgrade would have to be used 5 times to be worth it, which would take a minimum of 15 minutes, but more likely around 20 as well, also making the upgrade not really worth it. Overall, it's almost always going to be better to just buy wards normally unless you lack inventory space, as upgrading the trinket early will really hurt your early game. Next is the sweeping lens. This is an extremely aggressive trinket that is used to clear other wards. You want to get this trinket when you intend to maintain vision control somewhere on the map. Since this is pretty much the replacement for oracles now, the upgrade is definitely worth it as long as you're going to use it a couple of times, which is definitely manageable. Map control is now very difficult to create, so any wards that you can clear will be absolutely huge, and as such, you always want to have at least one oracle lens on your team once the laning phase is over. Make sure that you don't use it until the areas you want to clear are completely safe, otherwise you could risk getting caught out or just being stopped trying to clear wards. Lastly, we have the scrying lens. This lens is primarily used for face checking, and because of this, it's actually kind of terrible in the laning phase. You really don't need to face check very much, if at all, in the laning phase, so starting with this trinket can be kind of useless, but having one on your team in the mid game can be okay, I guess, so that you can face check some areas so as to not get caught out. But in the laning phase, the warding totem will be vastly superior for you. The upgraded version has a slightly increased range and a significantly increased cooldown, and it is hard to put a value on the upgrade, but this trinket is definitely the worst of the 3. Overall, in the mid game, you likely want to have around 2 to 3 sweeping lens, and maybe 1 scrying lens, and then 2 warding lens in addition to just buying wards. But at the start of the game, almost everyone should be starting with a warding totem, since it is much stronger in the laning phase. I recommend getting 1 warding totem and 1 sweeping lens between the 2 people you send bot lane for bush control and to set up lane ganks. But if your support isn't starting with a normal ward, you probably just want to get 2 warding totems and then have the support sell the warding totem later on. Also, the jungler could start with a sweeping lens if they want to help ganks too, or they could get a warding totem for objective control. Once the game is transitioning to the teamfight phase, your team should pick up 1 to 2 more sweeping lens and possibly a scrying lens as well. My name is Jeremy, and that's it for my video on trinkets. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to check out some of my others on the screen right now. I'd love if you could support me with a like, and please subscribe for more awesome content in the future if you enjoyed this video. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.